The general opinion is that zooms are for convenience, primes for quality.
Well,
but that's not always the case, is it?
No, it's debatable.
Exactly. That's why the big fat bloody producer, well, he's not that fat and he's not really big, just mainly his head. Well, mainly his hair anyway.
No comment.
Anyway, he set us a challenge via text message, as he does.
Yeah, that's really innovative, isn't it?
While sat in his luxurious villa in Italy somewhere.
Yeah, hunting
perhaps-
truffle and stay in castles, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. He lives in like the 17th century. He's given me and Locke a task to compare primes and zooms of the 24-70 variety. And he's given you and me some bitcoins to buy primes or one zoom.
Yeah.
Now we have to decide who gets the prime, who gets the zoom.
Well, usually you think that prime is for quality, but these days zoom are pretty good as well. So
I'll go for primes.
you go for primes. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I will just take zoom then. It should be better in for practicality. So in a competition, it should be better. You can have the primes. That's for like artistic choice or something. Restrict yourself.
You know what? I'm gonna wear hat. I'm gonna wear hat as well because artists wear hats.
Okay, fine then.
Okay. Fine. I'm gonna go shopping.
Bye.
So I've got the 24-70 f2.8 L lens Mark II. Why? Because we've got the Mark I for years and we know how good this is. Well, look at the new one. New optical design. It's supposed to be better and smaller, well, a little bit, than the old one. Although they're kind of the same weight, it's still pretty heavy. But too bad it doesn't have IS, but I'm not taking low light photos, I'm not taking videos, so that should be fine.
Okay, an L lens, what a surprise. Nice choice. But for that money, what can I get?
First off, I got this Canon 24mm f2.8 IS USM. Why? Because it's got USM and IS. And I went for one of these Canon 35mm f2 IS USM. For same reason, because it's got USM and IS. These are the two latest Canon slightly wide-ish lenses. So that's the 24 covered, and then 35, that's midway. You can't get a 70mm, and they wouldn't allow me to get an 85mm, so I went for a 50mm 1.4 from Sigma. It's the Sigma 50mm f1.4 art lens. It is quite nice.
That's the price difference. Locke saved more money. Anyway, we both got a message for challenge number 1. Challenge number 1. You have to take some studio test shots so that you can compare the image quality, sharpness and bokeh of the primes with the zoom. As you're in different countries, your task is to find a subject that is the same.
So, McDonald's, you can get it anywhere in the world. Well, a typical McDonald's meal will be like French fries and Big Mac, isn't it? I hope it's exactly the same. Lifeless looking lettuce. Well, of course it's lifeless. It's cooked. No, actually it's not cooked. Lettuce is not cooked. On a burger it's not cooked, isn't it? But yeah, it shouldn't be lifeless. And a lifeless beef or any meat, or if it's actually meat. So brilliant, it should be the same around the world.
Locke went out to get something for this test before the sun set. He got the shots first, sent them to me, and all I had to do was to replicate his shots.
Hang on a minute, he's only picked 45mm and 57mm.
So that's why you buy a 24-70, to just use 45 and 57mm. Nonetheless, let's get cracking. But I was shooting at night time, which meant higher ISOs. I decided to take the same shot in the morning, but I got a bit hungry in the night. Yes, this is all that was left from last night. Just for fun, I thought I'd only shoot wide open and at f2.8 with a 35 and 50. The 35 at f2 is sharper than a zoom at f2.8. The 50 is a little soft wide open, yes, but at f2 it's sharper than a zoom. Woohoo! Bokeh wise, the L lens does produce some pretty good bokeh, but it's incredibly hard to beat the Sigma 50mm. It's a work of art. Oh, clever what I did there, isn't it? This round goes to the primes.
Okay, so this challenge is flexibility. You have to shoot some subjects near, far, sounds like a Celine Dion song, and everything in between.
Oh, trolley lady. Don't you miss trolley lady, Sky?
Oh, I see Locke's keeping the trolley love alive.
Look at that. Single hand shooting. No problem. See that? I can quickly just zoom into 17mm without actually walking towards the subject.
Without much effort, Locke had already covered 24mm and 61mm. Thanks for watching, good night.
See, I can use 35 for everything. The feet is my zoom. Or I could change lens. Easy, it's just like this. Very easy. Yes. 50mm f1.4.
Sure, a zoom is convenient, but with 3 focal lengths of primes, do you really miss out on that much?
Forget 35, I can just keep the 50 on. Who needs zoom? Not me. See, the thing with the 24-70 range is that it's quite narrow already. You can get away with just one lens, but seeing as it's a prime versus zoom, 24, 35, 50, well, I would have got an 85 if I could have that, but couldn't, so. Yes, Hong Kong people. Brilliant. And then I can change lens again. Yes, I need to get something really far away.
Part of the fun of primes is in the changing of lenses. Honest.
That's possible. There's a cap. Where? Oh, there's the caps in that pocket. The rear cap is... don't need a rear cap. Let's just put that in there. Yes. Really far away, really far away. But see, it's only just a bit slower because I don't have a proper camera bag. Bang. There you go. That was really far away. She was really far away, but then she came close to me. So, that kind of counts, isn't it?
Alrighty, so I've done 35mm and 50mm. Something close and something really far away. That's pretty good so far, isn't it?
Whoa. Some line dance over there. Oh yeah, look at that. There's always something happening in Hong Kong.
Oh yeah, Locke's got it easy. A lion dance randomly occurs on the street. Yeah, like that happens every day.
Well, that's exactly why you need a zoom lens. If you only do like street photography, well, maybe you can say that, oh, I only use 35, I only use 50. But if you are in this kind of situation, zoom. Try to take so many variety of photos in with just prime lens, changing lens. Oh, I need a 24, and then I need a 50. No.
So you don't even need to let your feet do the zooming. You just stand here and let other people use their legs to do the zooming. And when you get sick of that, and of course I never get sick of changing lenses, never. That's how you change lenses.
I still see Megan
like a mouse. I don't think it's going to make a big difference between 50 and 70mm anyway. Besides, 50 is so versatile.
Alright, so my set of lenses are fiddly to change around. That's to be expected.
Okay, I've kind of given up on getting things really far away. There are limits, but there are limits to having a 24-70 zoom lens too. You can't get really far away with 70 for a start.
You can zoom with a prime also, just like this. Just saying. Anyway, it was decided that the zoom won this round, apparently because I was really lazy. Locke was deemed to be just mildly lazy, which is not true. Look at all the lens changes I did. Didn't see Locke do any.
Okay, now this one is creativity.
In this challenge we have to point out all of the unique selling points, the ways that we can use the lens creatively that you won't get with the other lens, with examples.
Good things about primes is that it forces you to be creative, so therefore that is a creative plus point. It makes you actively get shot by walking towards your subject. But seriously, with a limited field of view, say just a 50, you really have to think about your shot. I think I mentioned that several hundred times before. And yes, another benefit of my primes is that I've got IS, so I can have super slow shutter speed. Go on, Locke, with your supersonic stabilizer hands.
And of course it's good for video shooting also. Oh, and I thought that would be something Locke would go for, but his lens doesn't have any image stabilization. Oh, what a shame. Now it's Locke's turn to impress the judge.
With the zoom, you can single-handed using a zoom. These days zoom lenses are pretty light and tiny, so you can take photos single-hand, no problem. Zooming it, that's easier than changing a lens, isn't it? How do you change a lens single-handedly? Yes. Point number two, because you are replacing multiple lenses with just one lens. You don't have to use a camera bag. You just carry this out for shooting. Well, this camera bag actually empty inside. It's just my bottle of water. And particularly this one, it's weather sealed. Well, because it's kind of big on the public transport, you can put it down and use it like an armrest. If you can get a seat anyway.
What the? Locke's gone a bit crazy with some of these creative plus points. You know what? Primes can do other stuff too. You can use them as a magnifier. You can use them as a paperweight. They make a nice hat. And you can stuff it down your pants for some extra focal length in your pants. Yeah, well, with the way we ended the third round, the BP declared the third round a draw. Thus, the prime and zoom tie overall. But I think we should just say the prime wins because P comes first in the alphabet. Seriously though, in the 24-70 range, you get a little bit of the wide and slightly longer than standard. The benefit is not that you can reach much further, but it allows you to get that shot that you see happening in front of you, well, or behind you. The wider and slight telly allows you to adjust so that you don't miss the moment. But as it's not a wide range, you can probably do the same with one prime if you really want to. There would be no need to have 3 primes to cover the same focal range. And in this range, there are plenty of decent prime optics to choose from, at decent prices, with great image quality. So which one would you prefer to go for?